going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Epictastic Joshua here, or Joshua Drake Randall. And we have our first bad movie of 2026. So, fuck you, it's January. How to Lose a Popularity Contest. This is a Tubi original movie that was directed by Stephen S. Campanelli. Stars Sarah Wayglass and Chase Hudson and Graham Fisher and Kira Lee Rourke. Plot of this movie is that a rebellious student and a perfectionist overachiever form an unlikely alliance in their race for student body president, discovering their unique, unexpected feelings all along the way. Every time at the beginning of the year or throughout the year, we're always going to have some bad movies. Especially in January, because January is known as the cream of the crop for terrible January movies. This January has been some surprises, like Greenland 2 was decent, 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple, which I have not seen, or the first one, and now this one. Let's just cut to the chase. I gave it a chance, I was bored, I had nothing else to do, and I wanted to give this a fair shake and see how it was. Yeah. This movie's not good. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna waste a whole lot of time on this. This is gonna be a calming rant, but this is not gonna be a yelling rant. I can simply say, I'm someone who does watch a few Tubi movies, but sometimes these Tubi original movies can be pretty terrible. I haven't gotten to the real terrible ones yet. What I will say in terms of positives. One, the acting is fine. I think the performances overall, they're fine. They do fine. They don't embarrass themselves. Chase Hudson and Sarah Wayglass, who I do want to see these guys in a better movie. I think they're good here. You also have a good supporting cast like Kira Lee Rourke. She was in Monster High 2. Graham Fisher I thought was fine. Aiden Howard and such. They all do their best. Even Sean Amsing from the Jimmy Bones movie does his best. It has some funny moments to it. I can confidently say that. And there are moments where I'm kind of invested. And it's not the worst movie I've seen. I will be watching all year because, damn it, between this and catching up on my worst movies of 2025, we got some serious competition on the block. But that being said, this movie is an absolute disaster of epictastic proportion. Writing and direction-wise, I compliment them for what they're trying to do. For what they have with the low budget, they do the best they can. The directing by this director, Stephen Campanelli, is fine, and I think in terms of Dorian Kay's writing this movie, and Caitlin Raleigh writing it, they do the best they can with the script that is provided, but this is just very silly, very boring, and very disinteresting. It feels like a bad Disney Channel original movie that you would see at the worst appropriate time. The story of this has moments of potential, and I will say there are moments here where the film, it does give you some decent things to care about, but this movie just does not have anything worth of substance when it comes to it. I'm kind of basically just sitting there, and it's just pretty much everything we've seen before. Between Anyone But You, between People We Meet on Vacation, which I have not seen yet. It's just pretty much the same, been there, done that bullshit. I'm not someone who criticizes a lot of movies, but with so many teen movies that we have seen in my life, and with so many of them we get, kind of have to do something a little different. I'm not expecting you to be the most Academy Award winning thing here, but I do expect you to try and push yourself just a little bit harder in terms of movies like this. And they don't do anything but that. I find the story to be dull and mentally exhausting with this premise, despite moments of it trying to be sweet and trying to be kind-hearted, but at the same time, I should be nice to a movie like this, but with kids movies, or just like with any other movie, if it's not good, I gotta be brutally honest and say it ain't good. And guess what? It just ain't good, baby. Not only that, I think the script and these characters are just not the most interesting. You kind of get some interesting moments with Chase Hudson's character and Sarah Reglass. And also, Kara Lerox does have an interesting character arc, maybe. But those are the only three. The pace of this movie was slow and very draggy in this. And I found a lot of moments in terms of the comedy here, in terms of the story, to be very cringeworthy and very boring. The movie I also find to be lazy in the process when it comes to it. There's so many movies where I feel like they're just kind of regurgitating a lot of the teen cliches. And I'll say it before, I'll say it again, just with any movie genre. I do not have a problem with a movie wanting to do some familiar tropes. If that's what makes the genre, do the fucking tropes. I don't care. But at the same time, in every single genre, you got to do something different. And if you are not willing to do anything different, you kind of crumble and fail under the weight of your own ambitions. You crumble under your own ambitions. And that's what happens. This movie tries to have an ending where there might be a sequel or not, but I didn't care enough about the story or characters to be interested in that because it just didn't work for me. I was just sitting there bored. I'm like, by the time we got to the end of this movie, I was just checked out. I wasn't offended and I wasn't enraging just yet because, trust me, in the next 11 months when it comes to movies and such, we're going to get that movie that is enraging. The ending of this just does not work for me. I'm sorry. I try to be lenient. I try to be reasonable, but this shit ain't cutting it, Chief. It ain't cutting it. And I know Tubi can make better movies than this because they made some halfway decent movies that I've enjoyed. But this just is not it. Overall, it's a nice Canadian production with very few positives. And I respect everyone in this movie for making an attempt and making the effort at trying to make a competent and great film or a decent sized film. But unfortunately, this movie just doesn't have enough in there for me to give this a recommendation. If you are a fan of these type of movies, like I am, which I'm not a teenager anymore, I am an adult, but I still enjoy this type of films, I think you might enjoy this more than me. But if you're someone who was not the biggest fan of movies like this, you're not really missing much. On my rating scale, if you are bored one day or you just want to try it out for yourself, by all means, it's on Tubi and give it a chance. But if not, there's plenty of other better movies on Tubi for you to watch, whether it's a Tubi original or something that's been out in the classics era and such. If you're a fan of Tubi movies or teen movies or films like this, if you don't care about what I say, give it a fair watch. You may like it more than I did. But everyone else, I would steer clear. So on my rating scale, I'm going to have to tell you to skip this movie. And I'm saying that in the more calm and relaxed way I can. Because as far as worst movies of 2026, it's just finna get worse. So in the comment section down below, what do you guys think of How to Lose a Popularity Contest? Did you like it? Did you see it? Did you hate it? Are you somewhere right in the middle? All my social media links are in the description box down below, as well as my Chime and Cash App if you want to help me financially support the channel. Also, Amazon wishlist is down there as well. Get in touch with me privately and I'll send you the safest way to do that. Also, if you're listening on Amazon or Spotify, definitely by all means, give this a 5-star grade. As always, stay epictastic, join the epictasticness, and you guys keep it cool as always. And I'll see you in the next video.